Okay, Bill, on the right is what we did today, and on the left is what we did last week. And let's look at the setup. You mentioned that you had noticed that you weren't um, as far set on that left side as much as Grant was, and that you had worked on that. And it's obvious when we look at this uh, picture. If I set a line there and a line there, you've got a little bit more preset, but it's where it's really kind of obvious is in looking at the shaft angle. You've got a lot more shaft length. Both of these are with your pitching wedge, so you do have a little bit more forward press on the right. Let's take it back into your backswing now. Here you are at the 3 position, left arm parallel, left arm parallel. So you have a lot more angle here. I drew a straight line to here versus here. You can see a lot more angle. Very good. So when your left arm gets parallel to the ground, you've hinged your wrist more on the right than you have on the left. So take your swing on the left further back. Right there is as far back as you go. So your angle here, let me take you back all the way to the end of your backswing here, a lot further back. So you have a lot more angle. There's 29-degree difference there. So that's very good, very good. Well, Bill, you said that from last week to this week, when I sent you that rehinge drill, that you worked on doing those drills, and it really has paid off. It's really obvious when you look at this, you're loading your hands so much better, and the whole reason to do it is that it gives you more club head speed, and you said you gained 15, 20 yards just by doing those rehinge drills. So keep that up. That's really, really good. As you come through, now this was done at during your warm-up, and we still have an issue with the left arm and the elbows separating, and that's something that we'll look at the end of the session if that improved. And so that's something you also did last week. But even though you have some other areas that need addressing, you are one fundamental closer to a good golf swing. By loading your hands better, you now have something to unload. So you can hit the ball better even if you have other issues in your swing that you need to address. We tackle these one at a time and build this golf swing one piece at a time. Now we're going to compare your swing with the hybrid. On the left is today, and then on the right is last week. Let's look at last week. That's basically as far back as you go. And then so much better. So you've got a much stronger angle here than you do here. You know, that's a 23-degree difference in how you've loaded those wrists. So that's outstanding. Now we're going to look at 2 swings from today. On the left is your practice swing just before hitting the ball, and on the right is your swing when you hit the ball. There is a pretty big difference here that's worth noting. As you take this back, look how far back you get this shaft in your practice swing. You get to parallel with that 5 hybrid. And then there's no question that this position on the right, this is your ball swing on the right, that wrist cock is so much better than last week. But it is interesting to note how much shorter it is than your practice swing. So you're much more relaxed and loose on the left, and you get a little bit tighter on the right, and that restricts that hinge a little bit. What's interesting is that on the left, from the shoulder to the elbow is about the same. So the real difference was on the left, when you were doing your practice swing, you did have a lot more elbow bend, and that's why the shaft went further back. So I'm not necessarily saying that I want you to take the club parallel to the ground. I'm very comfortable with the swing on the right, your ball swing. Now, as you come through, when your club is parallel to the ground on the downswing with your practice swing, now you're parallel to the ground here. You can see daylight on the right between your elbow and the right side, and you've tucked that right elbow in. So you are in a much more powerful position on the left to create more speed in that last and that final stage of releasing the club head through the ball. You retain that load a little bit better. But the one on the right is still so much better than last week that I don't want to be nitpicky, but I do want to point out those differences. The other, as I continue forward on the right, this is your ball swing. Good impact, good extension right there. I think the swish drills is going to really help you not let those elbows separate so much. On your practice swing, when you're not really thinking about anything but swishing, your glove, your white glove is right there. You've crossed your wrist. And so you have kept your elbows closer together and had that crisscross occur in those wrists a little bit more on your practice swing. But as we inch forward in this and continue to work on it, that's going to look good. I have no problems with what I'm seeing on the right. There's a little bit of a difference between the right and the left, but let's focus on the positive here. And the positive is that you are now swinging out with a more stable face angle, so you're not over twisting and over rolling that thing. Now I'm going to compare the two swishes, your swish and my swish, just to see if there's anything different there. I do keep my left arm a little straighter here. I do have this little lean to the left, falling toward the target right there. Just kind of see me falling. It'll help me kind of use my falling motion to help pull that club into me. But you may want to sit down into that leg a little bit more to help pull. So your first movement on your downswing isn't the pulling of the arm, but at the shifting to the left. So as you look here, my first move, if you look at how my left hip right there, my left knee, and I drop that hand close to my body, boom. So when that shaft is parallel to the ground, my hand is already in front of my body. When your shaft gets parallel, your hand is still back there by your outside, almost outside your right thigh. So I hold this angle a lot longer, pulling the butt end almost as if I'm trying to jam the butt end of the handle into a wall. If you visualized a wall right here, I'm trying to jam this butt end of the handle into the wall. Now think about the tip of the club. I already have my left hand past that red line. And so you've already hit the wall here, and I don't hit it too much further. So it's just a matter of feeling that new movement. But you've just started. I've been doing this for a while, so I've kind of mastered it, that little swish right there. And you're just now starting to develop it. So the key is this right there is where I want you to almost feel like you're going to pull this handle that way instead of trying to throw the tip that way. Because I'm seeing you lose that angle too quickly. So going forward, just work on the things we worked on today. Work on the wrist hinge and the load using the swish stick. Work on that swish through the impact. Work on the high elbow finish. Just continue repeating those drills. And then in 2 or 3 weeks, we might take a look at it again. But right now, just stay on those issues. I don't need to see you for a while. Bill, this is from our skills challenge scramble that we did a few weeks ago.
Like that. Oh yeah. Watch it going home.
In the hole.
Whoa! Would you do that again? But I missed that. Bill?
I have that on video. Awesome. That's like at the British Open.
Okay. On green.
Very good. Another green.
Sit. Come on back. Come on back.
Mark, pace this off from here though.
If it's inside of 8, it would be a par.
This was your approach from the previous shot, very close to the green.
Yes. Single. Get out.
Really?
That's going to be nice.
We should let him play through.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Very nice. Oh, nice ball, Bill.
Pretty good touch. Nice try.
Oh,
Here, let me knock it in for you.
had to change your name, Mr. Edge.
Good shot. Nice. Good shot. Nice shot.
Nice one, Bill.
Nice.
Oh, man, that's nice.
Very nice.
That's a tough little shot. Very nice.
I watched it all the way and then landed. Okay.